Hello and welcome to Westpac Stadium for the Warriors v Broncos clash, a historic match, one that always catches our eyes, one that always entertains. This is going to be a very fun time tonight, and I'm your Commissioner Will Kay, joined by Snicko Bro in the commentary box here at Westpac Stadium in Wellington.
Yeah, I am not your commissioner. I'm just the regular Dolphins captain. But I'm really excited to see this game. For those with a short memory, last season the Broncos knocked out the Warriors in the final round with an Isaac Edwards field goal. And I was having a quick peruse of the ladder, and it's almost a knockout match again here for the Warriors, with, of course, their unfortunate minus points to start the season. Despite them having quite a good season so far, they're right on the threshold of the 8, and a loss here would be dire to their finals hopes.
Yeah, they're one of the most exciting teams to watch when they're on the ball. The Warriors, they're a special team, and if they can, come up with some special plays, at risk of sounding too sketchy, I'm excited. I just love watching them play, don't you, Snicko?
Yeah, I loved it more last year when I was part of their team. I get a bit nervous watching them play now because they got some big boppers, and I don't relish the clash we'll have in a couple of weeks. But yeah, still got a soft spot for these Warriors, and I reckon if anyone can come back from the -4, it's Jai and Bunce and what they've cooked up this season.
Oh, 100%, and we've just seen, talking about the big boppers, David Barner, Daniel Engo, what games they had last week, especially Barner. He was just putting shots on TBK, so look out if you're John Bakers tonight, because you are going to be having an absolute steam train, both running at you and tackling you. I feel so bad for the poor young half, as they give away a penalty early there, the Warriors, and just a bit of a mix-up on the end of the first set there, which was pretty good meterage. But yeah, just a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, Cavallo just not quite inoculated into the Colt yet. He didn't quite know where that play was going, and it's cost the Warriors 30-odd meters there.
And using some fancy lingo there, Snicko. That's longer than 6 letters, so I'm actually not sure what that word means. It's going to be Isaac Edwards going right. Anthony McDonald driving forward here. The captain. Trying to show these Broncos to consecutive final series. And now it's Mali Arki rather, up through the middle. I thought it was their fullback, but no, it was the centre. It's Eddie Oliver. Goes out to the left. It's going to be McDonald with the crash play. He's going to be tackled by Engo there. Brought down just past the 10, and a held-in tackle penalty there. There's a soft one given away from the referee, and the Broncos elect to take the 2 here.
Yeah, Peter Goff standing there on the left. No one's favourite referee, that guy, and I think that was pretty quick in the ruck, in my opinion. I'm not sure it warranted a penalty.
I don't think
so.
But
the Warriors have compounded their error there, back-to-back penalties. It gives them a chance for a reset, I suppose, and they're no strangers to starting a season or a game 2 points down.
Yeah, certainly not, but it's a bit... Yeah, that was a strange call there from Peter Goff.
Mickey Mouse
call. Like, just look at it, and he barely touches the ground, and he's calling the penalty. So I think he just wanted to give something away there, but that close to the line, right in front of the sticks on the 3rd tackle. Really, you should be up and out of the ruck, I guess, is the point he's trying to make, and he's trying to set the standard for this match. So as long as it's consistent for the whole game, I'll be happy, Snicko.
Consistent refereeing, pigs will fly.
Yes, or Luke Shortwell as he just fends off one now. Patrick Corcoran just bouncing off in the ruck, as that'll be the 2nd. They go to the left. Now to Bakers. He links up. It's going to be Rakamani this time. It's not Mali Arki. He gets a bit of space, but brought down by Chance Bunce. As that's going to be the 3rd tackle, and the Broncos just finding their way out of the danger zone. As Isaac Edwards goes out to John Bakers. Driving forward now, and tackled eventually to the ground. Oliver links up with Luke Short. He's going to get around David Tial, but not away from him. As 5th and last, 52 metres gained here. The Broncos go down to John Bakers for the kicking duties and puts it across field. It's Cooper Gronk, and you can just smell that he wants something special here, but he can't get away from Rakamanu. Cooper Gronk, always a threat on the wing. He's just so fast, so agile, and almost getting away there.
Yeah, he just seems to make things happen, Cooper Gronk. Because Logan Strange goes straight down.
Go, Logan!
He's gone that's 80 metres on the fly.
Jeez.
Logan Strange, out of nowhere, Mr. SRL himself, has got the Warriors off to a great start here.
Yeah, beautiful run there from Logan Strange. Almost said Sergeant there. David Barner will play the ball. 10 out now. They go left. It will be McCartney going. It's going to be Lee Simon for the line. He's going to be flipping his back,
L3.
though.
Ooh.
L3 almost got there, but a good tackle there from Sonny Sharp and Anthony McDonald. They go short side. Tiawa with the crash play. Driven back in the tackle. A good tackle from Bakers and Arkey. As fifth and last now. Where do they go? Out to the right it will be. Lee Simon with the kick. Lee Simon. Oh, it's a try assist for David Barner. And the most unlikely duo score the first try of the night.
Yeah, that's absolutely out of nowhere. Lethal Lee Simons. We saw he's back in the starting lineup with Saddle Cart coming off the bench, which is crazy considering they traded for him. And off the head into the hands, Lee Simons has put it on an absolute dime for David Barner there.
And David Barner obviously watching State of Origin 2 and taking notes from Liam Ryan's blunder. He did not run dead there. He got very close, but he did not run dead. And yeah, what an exciting bit of play there from the Warriors. And
that set started on their own 5 metre line. Cooper Gronk took it, and then we saw Logan Strange go pretty much the length of the field for an 85 speed second rower. He's not one of these newfangled 99 speed specialties. He's tried and tested 85, and I'm not sure what Raikamano was doing, but in the end it cost him because they got way too close to the line. And the Warriors have strike power all over the field. I didn't think it was going to come from Lee Simons into David Barner's hands, but nonetheless, they get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I just didn't see that one coming from Lee Simon, but we will be hearing about that one for weeks, I have no doubts, Nico. As they prepare to kick off once more here. And the Warriors, the first ones to score the try, first try scorers tonight. How do you think that will impact their confidence going to the next 70 or so minutes?
Yeah, you always want to get first try over the line, especially when you do concede the early penalty. It's nice just to get one back there. I think the Broncos, they've been a bit hot and cold the whole season, in all honesty. You never really know what you're going to get from them, so maybe this means the Warriors could run away with it, but with how the Broncos seem to just turn up out of nowhere, maybe they're going to jump back here.
You just look at the Broncos' form last week with a loss, the 2 weeks before that with wins, and the 2 weeks before that with losses. It's very hot and cold, just like you said, Snicko, so it's a mixed bag with this team and what you'll get. But the Warriors, they're pretty similar. A loss last week, they had 3 straight before that and 2 straight losses before that, I believe. So both teams just with a variety of results that could really impact their standings in the ladder. As Anthony McDonald just getting through the line. And that's why this match is so important, with the potential for the Warriors to completely leapfrog into the 8 over the South Sydney Rabbitohs, pending that game against the Sharks.
Yeah, the Joey Kelly rebuild in full swing, but yeah, the Warriors could put a stop to it quite quickly. Both sides facing an uphill battle, but I think it's going to end up with one of them making the 8. So this round especially is going to be crucial to see how everything ends up.
Absolutely. It's Luke Short now playing the ball. About 8 metres out from the try line. Eddie Ola gets the option. He goes out to the left. Isaac Edwards puts it up high. Marcus Square on the left wing this week. Puts it tap back there to Raikamanu, but well tackled. It's not Lee Simon, it's David Tiawa. And a handover, 5 out. He was great at that last week as well, David Tiawa, and shutting down Corey Bell. So it's no surprises here that he continues in this week.
Yeah, his defense is really underrated. Everyone sees the pick up the grubbers and run 100 metres or hit the hole and score from 50 metres out, but not a lot of people recognise the defence he does for this Warriors team. As Lachlan Lockie gets the fend off there. Oh, no.
Comes off Luke Short's head there. And the Broncos with another opportunity in this red zone. They go out to the right. It's Luke Short. Now to Amali Arkey. Lee Simon just making that tackle. Jamming up there. As that's the second. Going left. John Bakers. Now to Isaac Edwards. He tries to get on the outside of Patrick Corcoran. A good tackle from him though, as that's going to be the third. The Broncos. Here they come as they go to Luke Short. He spreads it out. It's Raikamanu driven back there. Jai McCartney with a great tackle. That's the fourth. Can the Warriors hold on another set on their line? Out to the left now. Out to the left again. Samuel Lillard, the 2 pass. Can he push over? Samuel Lillard on his back. Chance Bunt's coming around the legs. Your mate, Peter Goff, checking this one, Snicko.
We are not friends.
Snicko's brother's best friend. It's up to the bunker. It's a no try, the decision. And well, the 5th and last from the 10. They go out to the right. It's a loopy pass to Isaac Edwards, who just gets tackled where the play the ball was played. And a hand over there. The ideal situation if you're a Warriors supporter or player.
Yeah, it's uncanny how often when you're tackled in goal on the 4th, the fifth just doesn't come off, and then you just concede the break. First tackle in response. It happens so often in the SRL, and the Broncos have been caught out there. They're going to have to flick the switch, I think, because they had a fair few tackles there in the opposition 20 and couldn't really make anything happen versus the Warriors, who looked deadly immediately when they got going.
Go, Bunsey.
Looking ominous here as Bunt straight through. We're not cheering for any team here, Will. Well,
no. I'm cheering for an individual.
You're being very impartial.
Yes, there's a interesting play there. The old Falcon there in David Tiawa. Yeah, use your head. His head looks like a ball, so the referee a bit confused. There's Lee Simon through the line. Lee Simon breaking a tackle, but brought down only a metre short, and we almost got a gobful there.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened there. It looked like he just snaked the kicking duties. Jai McCartney tackled, so he wrapped around the back, and the Broncos thought he was going to kick again after his big rubber. Instead, a little left foot, right foot break a tackle with the palm off, and he ended up a metre from the line. Imagine if you could have got over there, how this crowd would have gone up.
Oh, they would have absolutely erupted. Anthony McDonald putting the footwork on now. Turning chance bunts inside out, if only for a moment. As Tiawa brings him down, and once again, the Broncos over the halfway line. John Bakers goes right, Luke short. Grabs it straight at Jai McCartney, whose defence has been extremely effective the last couple of weeks, as that's a forward pass from Oliver. And an opportunity goes begging there for the Broncos.
Yeah, he's always been a strong defender, John McCartney, as bunts go straight through one. He used to play on the right edge, albeit with David Tiara as well, so they flipped over together this season, back to that left edge. It means Aaron White's left on his own to do a lot of the right edge defence, but they've really locked down the left edge, and I guess when you have the rookie Lee outside, you need good decisions from Jai and David, and so far, they've come up trumps every time.
Yeah, and we say rookie Lee, and he's having a great game so far at centre. He hasn't started a whole lot this season. I think this may be actually probably his second start all season for the Warriors. But it's good to see him, playing some good defense, some good attack early on in the match. As Caval now gets the ball. It's going to be an intercept from Isaac Edwards, though. Edwards with a lot of space here. Lachlan Lockyer with a great tackle. No, he breaks the tackle. McCartney comes across and saves the day. But what a great read there from Isaac Edwards to get his team on the front foot.
Yeah, well on the front foot now. They're going to have the better part of 3 tackles here to attack the Warriors line. And this could be the time to come up with points and minutes before the prop subs. So everyone's getting a bit tight on the defensive end, especially after that big effort. It could be dangerous here.
As Bakers spreads it to McDonald now. The captain just driving forward here. Patrick Corcoran couldn't quite handle him. Brings him down eventually. Simon Hunt now. 5th and last. About 63 metres gained in this set. As they go out to the right, it will be Edwards. Puts it up high. Who's going to be underneath it? Marcus Square ready. It's going to be Rakamano in the air, but a tackle from Barner. And on his back. That is great work from the Warriors scramble.
Yeah, the Broncos just couldn't get it done there. Rakamano comes down with the ball in goal and couldn't get the ball onto the ground. He's got over Marcus Square, who's an absolute giant. Done all the hard work and then just couldn't finish the job.
Yeah, it's great scramble. We saw it a couple times.
Last
week. It's chance bunts. Oh, that was a risky pass there. As they get the ball back to Lachlan Lockyer on the inside. He's got a lot of space, but Isaac Edwards comes across and makes the tackle. He could see the try line there, but he just ever so closely got shut down as David Tiawa driving forward now. That's going to be the 4th. The Warriors, they're in the attack now. They're in the red zone. They go out to the right. It's going to be McCartney for Bunts. Bunts for the line. He can't push over. He won't get the ball down at the very least. And your mate Peter Goff, Snicko, saying that's held up.
I'm going to walk out of this commentary box.
They play it on the 10. McCartney runs it, and that will be a handover.
Yeah, really similar situation to what we saw up the other end of the field, where on the 4th tackle they find the goal and they just couldn't convert. And Simon Hunt almost had the back-to-back line break to respond from it. Nonetheless, they put themselves in a good field position here. And if they can just aim, that pass was risky. If they can aim up in defense, the Warriors, they might be able to slowly build some pressure on the Broncos.
Yeah, a bit of a hospital pass there to Caleb Jeff from Isaac Edwards. He must have done something at training during the week. As Edwards goes to short now. Taking a good run. As the Warriors very careful with their ruck speed. They do not want to concede any penalties for the rest of the match, really. The referee set the standards. Chance bunts. Driven back there by Sonny Sharp. And the early kick really not doing much there for the Broncos.
Yeah, it's always a bit risky when you have someone like Bunce at the back to return it. The early kick can sort of backfire, and it's kind of done that there. It was a nothing kick in all honesty from the Broncos, and Bunce is too good to let that slide.
Absolutely. It's a bit of a
That's a
50-50
storm
play there.
play.
That's a storm play
Got to be
there.
offload into the back of someone.
Oh, but they don't get the 7 tackles, but they do retain the ball, and that may be a good thing as Logan Strange through the line now. Gets the offload on the inside. 23 metres out. He probably could have just held it there. They may not get an attacking kick in now. As they go out to the right, it's John McCartney. Puts it up very high. It's going to be wide. Cooper Gronk, can he get underneath it? No, it's Zachary Brown down with the ball. White tackles him. And that's the first bit of a nothing kick there from John McCartney.
Yeah, back-to-back nothing kicks really comes down to the hands of my favourite band, Zach Brown. And he handles that way too comfortably. And now the Broncos, I talked about the Warriors building pressure, and it's like the Broncos heard me and decided to step up because since then, the Warriors really haven't touched their red zone. And the Broncos, step by step, are inching their way downfield.
Yes, Mario McEnroe now just driving the meters. They go out to the right. It's going to be Sonny Sharp inside ball in. Interesting play, but Raikamanu makes it work. 15 meters out now, the Broncos, and all the pressure, it is favouring them right now. They go out to the right. Edwards puts up the high ball. Chance Bunce underneath it. Will it hit the goalpost? No, it won't. Bunce takes it comfortably. And out to the 20 for a tap. That looked dangerous for a second, Snicko.
I had visions of the awkward bounce off the goalpost into Bronco running through try, but Bunce was all over it. A bit of a gust of wind, and he takes it in the in-goal for 7 tackles.
Yeah, and you know, there's just those kind of plays that you really rely on your fullback for. That's why you'll be happy that if you're a Warriors player, that you've got Chance Bunce out the back. One of the most experienced, one of the best in the game is David Tiawa. Oof. He is loving his headers tonight. He's obviously been watching the Matildas during the week.
Well, maybe not, because he's actually doing it to good effect.
McCartney gets up and plays the ball. That's the 4th. Going right now. It's Corcoran. Going to Pom. Ginger Pom. Ball down the tackle. There's 26 metres out. They play the ball out to the right. Caval puts a kick, and I don't think it was supposed to be that short. It was a bit strange there, but the Broncos clean up. That was a weird one there, Snicko.
Yeah, it almost looked like it came off the thigh of someone in front of him to bounce in that strange direction. Yeah, haven't quite seen that before.
No, very unusual. As they go to Luke Short. Brought down the tackle. That's the 3rd. As Oliver goes to Simon Hunt. Hunt just peeling through now before he's tackled on the halfway line. As they go to the right, Isaac Edwards now goes to Luke Short through the line. No one at home. Chance Bunce comes across, but McCartney's the one to ultimately make the tackle. As 5th and last, the Broncos once again within this 20-meter end zone. As they go out to the left, as Edwards with the kick straight into the back of his own player. And a penalty goes the way of the Warriors this time.
Yeah, they've been a bit ineffective in the red zone, the Broncos. They've had a few good chances now, and 30 minutes in, still without a try. Not where you want to be, especially with how this rain's coming down. It's going to be hard to score points as the game goes on.
Yeah, very wet conditions here at Westpac Stadium tonight. As the Warriors, you know, they've been looking for some points for some time now. Both teams have, but it's really just end-to-end footy, and it's quite enjoyable to watch, Snicko. As Joe McCartney goes to Joe Turner Jr. Coming back from the Panthers after that mid-season trade last season. Playing the ball. Going to the left now. It's going to be Joe Turner Jr. Inside pass to Lachlan Lockyer. He fends off one. No one with him. He'll have to take the tackle. As 5th and last, where do they go? Out to the right it will be. McCartney puts it in. No, it's going to be a knock on. Oh, Mario McEnroe now. Go, big fella. Go, big fella. He's brought down, though. And we just saw a prop in full flight. And that was almost the most glorious thing I've seen, Snicko.
No comment.
You don't like props in full flight?
Oh, I love it. I just wish they were a little bit faster.
Oh, come on. He was pretty quick. He did his best.
I think he was caught before halfway.
He did his best. As it will be. Caleb Jeff
I'm
now
not even
going to
sure if
Luke
he's a
Short.
prop primary, to be honest. He could be
He
a lock
is.
for all I know.
Nah, he is a prop primary, I believe, from memory. As that'll be the third. They go right now. It's Edwards. Goes to McEnroe. Brought down the tackle
His dad
there.
played tennis, I think.
Did he? As that's got to be a forward pass. Surely that's a forward pass, Snicko. Surely. You saw what I just saw there, didn't you?
Yeah, I think the bounce he went backwards and bounced forward. I think that's the only explanation. Luckily, he's turned on his back.
Yeah.
So no harm, no foul.
We'll have another
But
look,
yeah, they
look
hit
at
off the
that
ball,
shortly.
I think, sort of exasperated exactly how bad that was.
Right, okay. As they go right, it's going to be Dylan Sharp putting the kick in for the wing. It's going to be Lee Simon, though, now. Lee Simon. He steps one. He didn't realise that he's actually allowed to run past that 5-metre mark and just stopped there for a second. That was strange.
Yeah, he's got spiders on him at the moment, doesn't he, Lee Simons? No one wants to bar of him in defence. Seems to beat the first defender almost every time. Maybe Josh Saddlecart needs to go back to the Rabbos because I don't think he's getting this centre spot back.
No, I don't think he is, to be honest. He's playing a great game, Lee Simon, and I mean, I'm happy.
20 attempts?
Surely they do it. No. Okay.
That's why you're out of the halves now, Will. You don't have the brain for it.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Snicko. And TVK didn't want to play bench center anymore, as it's going to be Dylan Sharp now with a run. Brought down, that's the first. That's it right now, Raikamanu. Steps one, Raikamanu finding a bit of space now before he's chased down by David Tao. And I tell you what, he is a handy player to have in your back row. Just his speed, his cover defense, super good. Is he eligible for Australia or New South Wales? Not right now. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. As John Bakers plays the ball. Plays now. Just a bit of an awkward one. Oh, and he's smashed by Joe Turner Jr. But a 6 again goes the way of the Broncos. As it's going to be Simon Hunt driven back. They'll get another 5 tackles on this line here, the Broncos. Go out to the right. Isaac Edwards spreads it to John Bakers. Broncos just throwing the ball around now. Looking for their first try of the match as Caleb Jeff will be brought down on his back. He's not the man to score for the Broncos. As that'll be the third. They go out to the left. It's going to be Luke Short. He can't crash over. Logan Strange with a great tackle.
Great tackle.
There's still 4 points down. The Broncos out to the right. Edwards rushed up on there by Lachlan Lockyer and Ginger Pom. They go left. It's going to be Zachary Brown for the last. The crash play and a handover. I'll tell you what, this Warriors defense has been incredible tonight.
Yeah, been really good, but I think the Broncos cooked that a bit in the end there. They sort of went one out, a few tackles in a row, finished with Zach Brown. As that's strange from Lachlan Lockyer. Ginger Pom just wants to get on the field. Yeah, finished with the centre coming in to take the final hit up. I think Isaac Edwards needs to take a little bit more control there, or maybe Eddie Oliver from the ruck, just to give themselves a bit of width to stretch this defence, because at the moment the Warriors are just eating them up.
It's very one-dimensional attack at the moment from the Broncos. They're not showing any shape. They're just showing props, basically, and hit-ups, rather than any sort of decoy plays or anything advanced that you'd expect at an SRL level.
They've aimed up, though, in defence.
They have. They absolutely have. So maybe they're just a bit tired from their, extensive tackling that they've been doing, really, as Raikamanu brought down just short of the halfway line there by Patrick Corcoran. That'll be the first, going left now. Edwards goes to Brown. Driven back in the tackle. That's the second. 10 seconds left on the clock here, Snicko. As Luke Short goes to Sam Lillard. And that will take us to halftime. The Warriors, 6 points to the Brisbane Broncos 2. We'll see you very shortly for the second half. Zach Brown got it. Welcome back to SRL TV here at Westpac Stadium. In the heart of Wellington, as these Auckland Warriors prepare to face off in the second half against the Brisbane Broncos. They're currently holding a 4-point lead after a very physical, a lot of running in that first half from both teams. It was just end-to-end footy for pretty much 40 minutes, wasn't it, Sticko? What do you think is going to separate these two teams here?
I think that the Broncos need to figure out how to score some tries. That's definitely going to help their case. They had a lot of red zone and couldn't really get there. And whereas the Warriors, they need to get their forwards moving and get out of their own half. As soon as they get down the other end, they look really, really good. But they just haven't been able to get down there far enough times in the game to make a difference. So I think whichever side clicks into gear first, they're going to run away with this game. I don't see this being a back and forth game. I could be wrong. I usually am, actually. But I feel like whoever jumps the gun first and fires first, they're not going to stop.
Yeah, and as we discussed previously, a lot on the line tonight. As both teams really fighting to make it into the finals. We saw a similar thing in round 13 of last season. There's a big line break there from Marcus Square, but he's unable to get around Raikkonen. And just at half-time, an interesting strategy. Cooper Gronk coming off from the wing. I thought he was excellent on the wing. And Saddlecart on as Lee Simon gets the offload now from Joe McCartney in steps one. And he is just everywhere tonight, Lee Simon.
Yeah, he is. And he almost got through again there. It was a bit of a floater from Joe McCartney, but found the mark. I thought the Broncos might have intercepted that, but good from Joe McCartney to make sure that didn't happen. And yeah, Lee Simon, I'm not sure if you'd say he'd been the Warriors' best, but he's definitely in their top 3. Penalty?
Penalty, and take the 2. I would as well, to make this lead 6 points. What were they thinking there, the Broncos?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'd take the 2 either. I think they're right for the plucking, the Broncos at the moment. But the smart money, of course, is to go 6 points up. And that's exactly what they've done here.
Yeah, I mean, you could say they are right for the plucking, but I mean, I think I'd take the safe bet. You know, that 2 points to make it a 6-point lead. If the Broncos score a try...
Death or glory.
Yeah, you want to go for the glory. Okay. Well, in a game where there's only been 8 points scored at halftime, I'd happily take 2 in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Maybe that's just why we're in the top of the ladder, Snicko, and you're not. That's okay, though.
No comment.
As that's a big hit there off the ball on Logan Strange, but it's picked up by Rohan Kaval. What was that? And how was the referee let that one fly? Yeah.
I really like that. The Broncos firing up here with no chance to push their pants down very quickly. That's the kind of fire they need. I think that was Amac maybe with that tackle.
I've got no clue.
No, he's on the other side of the field, so it's definitely not him. But that's what the Broncos
I think it was Caleb Jeff, actually.
Yeah, if that ball bounces the other way, they're going to...
Oh, go Logan! Logan Strange! What was that from the Mr. SRL? He's just burnt Raikkonen like no tomorrow. What was that?
I told you the first team to score points is going to keep going, and that's what Logan Strange has done. Raikkonen, that's not good from you, son. That is not what you need to do against a big second rower. Just get in front of him, take the contact.
Act as a speed bump at the very least. Jeez. Logan Strange. I did not expect that from him. But he's having a good game tonight as well, isn't he?
He's having a really good game here. He had the line break for the first try as well, Logan Strange. He got him in that good field position. He knows he's only getting another 20 minutes after half-time, so really come out and make his mark here.
Yeah, of course. I forgot he's playing in the front row for now with Lonnie Lawrence out on the right second row now. So I think they're utilising him really well. Personally, Snicko, I think that the Warriors' use of Logan Strange at the moment is exactly what he needs, you know. Does a bit of some really strong defending, some good attack through the line, and literally through the line, and then, you know, plays 20 minutes up in the middle in his natural kind of position. And he just causes havoc in both positions, really. So I think that they are using him very well. And same goes with Lonnie Lawrence, of course, playing second row, as it's a good pass out of Saddlecart. He steps one. As he's brought down the about 50 metres, almost at the 50 now, as Lachlan Lockyer picks it up, runs from dummy half. Make another 10 metres there, and a held-in tackle penalty again. Ooh. And someone could be sitting down in the naughty boy chair very soon, Snicko.
Yeah, this has just gotten spicy. Broncos have the warning. They have 33 whole minutes to go. Well, actually, not whole minutes. 32 and a half minutes to go. And with the way their discipline has gone, whenever they've gotten a little bit of trouble, they've conceded penalties. So if the Warriors press the point here, we could see something very interesting happen.
Yeah, we could. And I wouldn't blame the referee for putting someone in the bin for this repetitive infringement. It is getting a bit ridiculous, and they set that standard at the start of the game as a penalty against the Warriors. The Warriors have backed out, and they've done everything correctly. It can't go one way, and I'm actually quite happy with the way the referees are dealing with this. It's going to go to the left. Logan Strange, a ball there to David Barner. Almost brought over the line, but he was held out. As they go left, McCartney can't get the ball away. He'll try and drive himself. fifth and last, and Ashley Klein saying held up. Go out to the 10 as he plays the ball. Out to right now. It's going to be Marcus Square putting the kick up. That's an interesting one as Lee Simon taps back for Marcus Square to push over the line. Here's Square on his back. And almost a try. Another one from Auckland there.
Have you ever seen Marcus Square kick the ball before?
No. Never.
Me neither, but maybe he should start. Because that was not a bad result for him.
That was pretty impressive from Square. I was pleasantly surprised that the kick was actually half decent as Caleb Jeff pushes forward. That's the third. They go to the left. It's a bit of a hard reception there from Eddie Oliver to Isaac Edwards, but he manages to catch the ball as Zachary Brown plays the ball. Out to the right now. Caleb Jeff bumps off one. Caleb Jeff zooming up through the line. And he wants Logan Strange to know that he is very much there for the contact tonight. As Edwards puts the crossfielder kick in. It's going to be allowed to bounce on Marcus Square, but it will be pounced on again. It's going to be a step there, but not away from John Baker's. And it just takes him a second to get to his top speed, doesn't it, Marcus Square, with his big long legs?
Yeah, apparently it takes him to get his top speed just to start running. He picked up the ball and just watched there for a moment. Wanted to see where the defense was going, but it worked out for him. Beat the first defender. Now Logan Strange has gone through again.
Logan Strange now with the line break, and he's going to go very far here. Beautiful ball. Patrick Corcoran scores. I am speechless.
I have seen it all. That is magical.
That is amazing from the Warriors. I have no words, Snicko. But
that
this
just makes
me
so happy. Two long-time Warriors. Logan Strange goes inside to Corcoran, who's had a blinder of a season. You would know with the Origin as well. He's just been so good. Finally getting his flowers, and he's stood up there. This could get ugly for the Broncos, and I do like the Broncos, but I like the Warriors more, so I'm not too displeased to see it here.
No, and it's good to have a game like this away from Mount Smart Stadium. Share the love around New Zealand a little bit. And they've done just that. As 20-2 is the score. You would not have think this was a 4-point game at halftime, with the first 12 minutes going heavily in the favour of the Warriors. They are just playing some great footy out of the sheds at halftime.
Yeah, they've turned up. I'm not sure what their halftime customs are at the moment, but if they're anything like they were when I was there, I understand why they've come up with a bit of fire in their belly, and they've shown it here. Broncos need to step up, or this could blow out.
Yeah, absolutely. As Chance Bunce passes it to Logan Strange. He's having a great game tonight, and we've got a bit of a job later, Sticko, to pick the 3-2-1s. There are a lot of good players on this
I found my 3.
I think so as well. But Lockyer goes left to Tiawa. He'll be brought down in the tackle. That's only the third tackle as the Warriors. Out to the right now. McCartney goes to Chance Bunce. He steps one. Chance Bunce brought down by Caleb Jeff. He'll want to get out of the tackle quickly. I don't know if we'll see anyone go to the bin tonight. I think the Broncos are actually quite scared now of holding too long in the tackles. As McCartney brought down there and quick out of the tackle there, John Bakers. The Warriors have been gifted some very, very fast play the balls because of those 2 early penalties from the referee. As Dylan Sharp now tries to break the line, and a good tackle from Aaron White. That's what he does best. He is a very good defensive centre.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's anyone I'd rather run less at on a kick return than Aaron White. It seems like he sticks so often, and if he doesn't, if he doesn't stick, I was going to say he just slows him down enough. But do you know who that was with the high tackle?
It was Logan Strange. It was a tactical high tackle.
He's not had enough defense. He's been brilliant in attack, and he wants to showcase that he can do the damage without the ball as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's definitely done damage. I'm surprised the independent doctor hasn't actually asked, I think it was Luke Short, to come off the field, but we play on here, as that's going to be the second, as the Broncos just creep up on the end goal here. They go right. Luke Short bumps off one. There, loses the tackler. Now it's David Tiawa with a big ball. David Tiawa. He can't get away from Anthony McDonald. A real Scott Sattler tackle there from him, as Tiawa very dangerous. But now it's Bunce to the line. Raikamanu 1-on-1 with the great fullback. He'll mark him this time. and bring him down 15 out from the line. They go out to the right. Lonnie Lawrence. He can't spread the ball one more. As 5 meters out now, the Warriors. Give it left. It's going to be Caval. Now goes to Logan Strange. Can he push over? No. He's held up. Out to the left now. It's going to be Patrick Corcoran. Pushing. He's going to get a double here, Patrick Corcoran.
That's too easy from the Warriors. David Tiawa with a customary half-field run. And then I think it was bunts afterwards. All the way through to Patrick Corcoran. That's their big gun standing up. Just at the moment, outclassing this Broncos side, who have been known to leak points. They did 52 against the Titans earlier in the season. So the Warriors will feel like they can really get a move on here.
Yeah, the Warriors, they are playing some really good rugby league at the moment. And just their forwards, I mean, not only just their forwards, but their forwards are clicking. Their backs are as well. And, you know, that was a really strange ball that David Tiawa intercepted. It was like a massive loopy pass and it just fell in his lap.
It almost went forward as well, that offload.
It was really strange, wasn't it? But yeah, so an advantage there for the Broncos.
Really
for the
Logan
Warriors.
Strange. Am I right? Am I wrong?
As we move on with Isaac Edwards getting ready to kick off once again, and 24 points down, 23 minutes left in the match. You do the maths, because I cannot sticko. That doesn't sound like a fun time for the Broncos if they want to claw their way back in here.
They need 24 points in 22 minutes. Starting to look dire, and what they need to do firstly is just stop the run of this Warriors team. I did say at halftime they just need to get out there in half and they'll score points. They've done it pretty much exemplary since then, led by this man, Logan Strange. I'm not sure what the answer is for the Broncos. Maybe with some subs they can get some momentum back, but at the moment it's full steam ahead for this Warriors train.
As David Tiawa, wide pass out to Simon. He gets the offload to square. A good piece of ball playing from the left edge there. As fifth and last, inside this 20-meter danger zone, it's Patrick Corcoran on the right. He wants to do the kicking. No, it's going to be Lee Simon. He'll step one. Lee Simon can't get away there. I think that's Liam Evans, I think. And
yeah, the way this night
dangerous.
is going, you could just see Lee Simon running away with that one. Hey, just pick up the ball out of nowhere and break a few tackles for the try. But they've done well there to stop him. Because I think that would have been curtains if that one went through.
Yeah, and I want Lee Simon to score a try. Now, I find myself wanting him to actually score one. So, yeah, Simon Hunt plays the ball. That's the right. Edwards. Ooh, risky pass out there to Arkey. It didn't look flat. It looked flat. We'll say that. As Eddie Oliver goes to Bakers. Inside the 40.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good strike there. Chance bunts on the bounce. It favours him. He'll step one. Very close to the sideline. Remains in the field of play. And he has done very well there, Chance bunts. As now it's going to be Lee Simon through the line.
Again.
He's having a huge night tonight, Lee Simon.
Yeah, L3 turned up to play. He only gets a few chances in that jersey, and he's really owning it so far.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving watching this. As it goes to the right.
Who's the Broncos' right edge centre? Are you aware?
Marley Arkey, I believe, but for the second half, it's been Liam Evans.
Yeah, maybe a development player could take a spot. I'm not really sure because he's been torched by Lee Simons tonight.
It's his first game back in the centres as well for Arkey, unfortunately. He's been off the bench for most of the season. As it's going to be John McCartney putting up a high kick. It's a bit of a danger one, but now it's Rakamani. He'll be taken back on his own in goal. Cooper Gronk drag him all the way. And the Broncos will have to drop it out here for a Warriors repeat set.
They need to go short here if they're any chance of winning this game.
Well, there you go. Curtains says Snicko bro as Cooper Gronk takes the big run there. That's the first. They go left. McCartney. Inside ball. It's a risky one. Doesn't pay off. And the forward pass, will be ignored because the Broncos get the ball regardless.
Yeah, maybe just different angle up here at Westpac. We're not at a usual stadium that we see regularly in the SRL, so the commentators' box are a bit askew, but I think there's been a few forward passes that not quite been picked up by the referees tonight.
Yeah, of course, we're at an oval, not a rectangular stadium, so we're a bit further from the action, so It feels a bit weird, but I'd agree with you there, Snicko. Simon Hunt plays the ball out to the left. It's going to be Rakamanu. Driven back as fifth and last. The Broncos, they go out to the left. It will be Isaac Edwards putting a kick in. It's going to be a crossfielder, Marcus Square. Who's marking him? As he will be tackled by John Bakers. And he's had a tough time out on that wing tonight, Marcus Square.
He's almost too big at the moment. It feels like you mentioned, it's taking him a while to get going, and maybe he's just missing a few of his old friends in the Warriors. He's not quite as motivated this season. I'm not sure. Maybe he's just taking it easy because they're up by so much. But I think they've flipped him around a couple of times. He's been on the right edge. He's been on the left edge. Maybe they'll find a position for him soon where he can really excel.
Yeah, I think it's bench center for Marcus Square.
Yikes.
Yikes. As this is actually Marcus Square with I don't know what the opposite of, I guess, bone reduction surgery. He's gotten shorter. Surgically short as Rakamanu through the line, but a big ankle tap there from Chance Bunce. Brings him down at the 40 there. They go left. Key now through the line. 1-on-1 and Bunce tackles him again. Some big defensive efforts from the captain early on as he plays the ball. Out to the right now. It will be Bakers. Short ball. It comes off David Tower's hand. 6 again as they play it. That's going to be 0, in fact, as Simon Hunt. Driven back there. That's the first. Broncos looking for a consolation try at this stage in the match. Sam Lillard. 5 meters out. Now that's the second tackle. As they have a lot of tackles left. That's got to be forward. It's going to be picked up though. Lonnie Lawrence hit off the ball and the referee says play on. That'll be the first, and it mustn't have been forward because the referee has said first, not 0. And that's another questionable one for me, Snicko.
Yeah, I'm also not too sure about that one. I know we do have some esteemed referees down there, but they've got a few wrong tonight.
Your best mates.
It definitely hasn't changed the result as Barner back on the field straight away makes an impact.
He's a scary man.
Changed the results. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough said, I think. Very, very scary man.
Yeah, I don't want him running at me ever again. As it's going to be Aaron White playing the ball. Going to Caval as he puts a cross fielder in. It's taken well there by players as he gets a bit of space. He's afforded space. Chance Bunce making the tackle on the 40 again. Yeah. The Warriors not making a whole lot of meters like they have been all match. I think they're just taking their foot off the gas here a bit.
Yeah, I think they know that they can just coast through to this victory. I'd like to see them up the tempo and try and go for a little sin bin. And I'm not sure who the Broncos play next week, but that could be a little bit of an advantage for them. Do you know who they verse?
The Broncos. It may be. Maybe us. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to you on that one, Snicko. It's going to be Anthony McDonald now through the line. So he's brought down. Playing the ball. 8 meters out. They go out to the right. It will be Edwards. Puts the grubber kick in. Rakamanu steps and scores for the Broncos. It won't mean much at this point in the match. But Rakamanu scores for the Broncos just to help their forward against a bit.
Yeah, a bit of a consolation one there. Nice kick from Edwards. The bounce right into Rakamanu's hands. I think it was Lachlan Lockyer who got beat by him after the ball was paid. And these things happen sometimes. They're up by 24 before this. They know the result isn't going to change. And good for the Broncos to just finally get over the try. It's taken them 71 minutes, but finally a 4-pointer for them.
Yeah, and as you were asking before, next week it is in fact the Storm that the Broncos have. So they will. It'll be well. I'd hope it's a tough match for them. But yeah, that will be their matchup for round 11. After that, it's the Roosters, and after that, the Raiders. Oh, sorry, no.
I actually did.
The Bulldogs.
Did you get that feedback? I just heard the commissioner talking to the referees. Ensure a sin bin happens in this game.
Ensure a sin bin happens. I didn't hear that. I mean, it must have been Sonny Tyre. It must have been the everyone's favourite commissioner.
Have the results come out of that poll?
Yes. Well, yes, they have. I'm not the favourite. Shocker. Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've got to lay down the law too much, Snicko. So it's going to be Bakers. Going to Rakamani. Now goes to Justin Plays. Brought down
Do
the
you
30.
think Marcus Square's position is on the left or on the right? What's your take on that?
On the bench. Yeah.
On the bench?
Yep, bench center. Doesn't matter which side.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Should have kept Trunk Ixatoki because he has a better name and a better winger.
Oh, it's gone dead there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know for
bit big.
Marcus, we talked about he's been a few different positions. I know him and Igor had a position they really liked when Igor was still at the Warriors. But I don't think Marcus has found anyone since Igor's left.
Oh, I see. That's super on Caval. Playing the ball. 35 out. That's going to be the first. They go to Aaron White. Goes, it's a bit awkward there. It's going to be picked up by Isaac Edwards with a filthy dummy. That'll be a knock-on advantage. 0 tackle on the 30. The Broncos hoping they can maybe just prove the haters wrong. Those who picked 19 plus will just fade away in their tips as Isaac Edwards goes. Big hit off the ball, and never mind. The Warriors are back with it. Cooper Gronk absolutely smashing our key there.
Yeah, Cooper Gronk, the winger turned prop, done a number on our key there. It's 2 little men in the middle getting it done together, and really good from Caval there to find a gap.
Oh, beautiful pass as well to Aaron White. As the Broncos, the 3rd tackle, and they're already over the halfway line. They are just heating up once again. Sorry, the Warriors. As bunts now. Flying the ball. At the left, it will be Caval. Bit of an awkward one there to Jai McCartney, who had players on the outside, but no one really running with him. As 5th and last, where do the Warriors go? It's going to be Marcus Square with the kicking duties again. And he puts it down to Justin Plays.
Not a bad kick.
It's pretty decent. Maybe he's a halfback, Marcus Square.
Maybe that's his position.
Well, it's certainly not in the outside backs. As we've seen for the last 3 seasons or 4. How long has Marcus Square actually been playing?
I think he was a season 5 Mines player.
So season 6.
I like it. He's had some really good games.
He has.
He's just had some not so good games also.
Yeah, it's just too big of a window, isn't it? The range. Range of performances. But he's having his kicking games on point tonight, which is not something you usually hear for a winger. But Saddlecart picking up the ball off the ground. Can the Warriors get one more try? And can it be Lee Simon, please? As now they go Lonnie Lawrence through the line with a good run there as Daniel Engo gets the offload and brought down. Playing the ball. They go to the left. It's going to be McCartney. Goes to Lee Simon. Lee Simon.
There he is.
There he is, but he can't get away from John Bakers, who's just been a nightmare for the Warriors tonight in defense. I mean, it hasn't worried them too much because they are up by 18 points still.
He's been a dream in attack.
He's been a dream in attack, exactly. As Lockyer now goes. Going himself there, Lockyer, and just testing out Eddie Oliver. As 10 metres out, they play the ball. Out to the left, it's going to be McCartney, putting it up very high. Who's underneath it? It will be a tap back. Who's there? Jai McCartney. He'll be tackled, though. And the Broncos will have a minute and probably half a set to see us out in this game.
Yeah, Bunce, he actually got the dummy half there because Lockyer was tackled, so he ended up chasing rather than being there for the tap back, and that's almost a try goal and bang for the Warriors because if Bunce gets the ball there, a metre out from the line, not many can stop him.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Lillard tackled there. That's going to be the 3rd. Going left, it's going to be Simon Hunt. It's a bit of an awkward one there. Chance Bunce on the kick on the return, not the kick return, the headbutt return. But no, that will be the end of the game. 26-8. The Warriors walking away from Westpac Stadium with a W. A win to their name. 2 more points. And they'll slot into 8th on the ladder for now. What a result for the Warriors here.
Yeah, run out resounding win as the Warriors in the end. It was a really tight first half, as we touched on, 6-2, I believe. But after the break, they just put the foot down and ran away with it. And that'll please the New Zealand patriarchal fans very, very much.
It sure will. As we look at some of the stats here, it's Patrick Corcoran with the double. David Barner and Logan Strange both scoring 1. And Rakamanu, the try scorer, standalone try scorer for the Broncos. And just look at some of these completions. 22 from 27 from the Warriors. It's 18 from 23 from the Broncos. So, 4 less completions, 4 less sets. Same penalty counts. Very similar in the tackles. A lot more missed tackles from the Broncos. and a lot more line breaks from the Warriors. Yeah, some interesting stats there.
Interesting is certainly one way to describe him.
It certainly is. I mean, we can just see that the Warriors were better at making meters, and the Broncos' defense was maybe they found
Better at missing tackles.
yeah, better at missing tackles. They found the ground a bit slippery tonight. They were really watching Reece Walsh, obviously in the last couple of weeks. As we just move to some of the individual stats, Lachlan Lockyer hit a good game at hooker, even with, of course, that inflated run meters. He's done a good job. 3 line breaks, 2 tackle breaks, 25 tackles, 1 missed, and 2 try assists. Bunts with 233 run meters, 5 line breaks. Logan Strange, a huge game from him, 212, 6 line breaks, a try assist, and a try in 60 minutes. He's got more line breaks than his fullback. McCartney played a good game, I thought, tonight, as did Tiawa. And, of course, our main man, Lee Simon, tonight. 7 line breaks, 139 run meters, and a try assist. What a man. What a player.
Yeah, I think they all kind of cooked here for the Warriors. It goes down to David Barner, over and above him with 100 meters plus, Marcus Square, Corcoran, there or thereabouts. And when you have that kind of meterage against you, it makes it very, very hard to score points. And that's what the Broncos found tonight.
Absolutely. As we'll move on to the Broncos stats. And, I mean, that tells a tale, doesn't it? No one over 200 meters. Rakamanu really, he actually did get pretty involved tonight. 161 run
John
meters,
Baker's
10 line
top the
breaks.
tackle count.
Did he? 24 tackles and 2 missed. That's big. That is a big effort from a halfback. But no wonder they couldn't get much in attack because their halfback was absolutely spent from defense.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I mean, just look at the meters. There's really not much going on here for the Broncos, really, in comparison.
Yeah, comparatively just shown up, I think. I think Simon Hunt was relatively strong, 150 metres. He was, of course, at left second row where they like to farm their stats. AMAC 138 and 53 metres is nothing to be sneezed at, but yeah, just missing the 1 or 2 big bombs at the top like the Warriors had.
Yeah, absolutely, but nonetheless, we have to move on tonight, Snicko. We've got more games. We've got Monday Night Football next, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The Warriors, the great win here at Westpac Stadium. It's been a pleasure having you. Make sure you stay tuned for more SRL action.
I will.